This winter has been awful.
Dubbed Snowmageddon, brought snow showers lasting nearly 24 hours.
Aging fleet of trucks hamper its ability to clear the streets of snow.
2nd Avenue, and to the left of the screen is going towards downtown.
See? So I figure, what better time than now to do a Razor and Surron maintenance episode. If you're seeing this, that means last week we did a crazy cart maintenance episode, and much like that one, we will be getting the mundane and no-brainer stuff out of the way first and quick, and saving the best for last. The stuff I hardly ever hear mentioned, if at all, as well as a surprise, so stay tuned. Diving right into it. Numero uno, number 1, bolt check. Every single bolt on every single bike. I know, pain in the ass. Just do it. And bear with me while I do mine. Number 2, dose. You know you gotta clean these, right? I said it in my last video, I'm gonna say it again. Much like other things you may or may not own, depending on where you live, if you want these to operate correctly, you gotta clean them. The last thing you want to do is have one of those dirty ass looking bikes I see on Instagram, because at a certain point, like, you might as well just throw the damn thing. What's that? Third thing I'm going to mention, trace. Oil your gosh dang chains. Stop letting me see chains that look like this. See, even I gotta do mine. I'm not exempt from this. Does not have to be anything special. This is what I use. I'll try and leave a product link in the video, but it's always in the description. It's better than nothing, and it definitely works. It's cheap. I'm just using a paper towel to catch the excess. Make sure you roll your bike around real good after and get it to actually go around. Like, clean the whole chain. This might not be maintenance for you, or it could be, but I still have a fairly new chain on here. Like, I haven't put but maybe 50 miles on it, which might sound like a lot, but I think it's still stretching, and or things are still moving around, so I gotta tighten my chain real quick. And I believe I can get away with using the tool that actually came with the bike. But just in case, I got some regular wrenches right here. Gotta first loosen the axle bolt, of course. And these things are such a pain in the arse. Gotta do it though. And you can manage. I got faith in you. Another thing that's not exactly maintenance, but I need to do, is tighten my rear shock. Yeah, I had no idea I could do that. I knew I could control the speed of the rebound or plushness or something there, but until Electro Co brought it to my attention in some comments. Seriously, thank you guys. I actually would have had no clue. This should be pretty easy, though. I think we just twist. And hope that that's the right way. It almost feels worse. Oh, that's definitely better. Hold a little bit better weight. Yeah, I like that. Oh, and that lock. Perfect. Now, one other thing I'd like to talk about, again, not maintenance. Sorry for all this stuff that's not maintenance, guys. Throwing it in anyway, though, is this shock position. I could have sworn, because I made a short out of it a while ago, that this was the taller position after having the shock in the lower hole the longest time. But after making that short and seeing so many comments that were telling me I'm wrong, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I was wrong. So let's find out. We're going to measure and everything. From the middle of the seat, and I'm using the plastics to make sure I keep it aligned the same way. And I'm keeping the tape measure as straight as possible all the way to the ground. So 30 inches from the ground, 14 1/4 from the swing arm right now. Let's get it into the bottom position and see what we get. Inches from the ground. Not a whole lot of wiggle room in here. Oh, it's just this bottom one too. As long as you can hold the back of your bike up while you get it into the other hole. It's Still about the same from the swing arm, 14 1/4. Okay, so splitting hairs here, but I was wrong. About 30 inches from the ground with it in the top setting, 30 1/2 from the bottom setting. Still about 14 inches from the swing arm. So I guess this is going to come down to preference, and I would argue it doesn't really change the ride height at all. Just maybe the positioning of the suspension and at what angle the swing arm sits. Let's talk security for a little bit, because that is part of the maintenance, in my opinion. Hold up, though. Much better. So if you have a lock that you haven't used in a while, you should test it out and just make sure it still works. Better to take the moment to make sure it still works than to end up somewhere where you'd prefer to have it and use it for your bike and only to find out it doesn't work anymore, or it rusted out, or your key broke, or anything. Alarm systems are really nice, but remember, the batteries in those die. You got to change them. Same with GPSs. They're only going to come with the subscription for so long, though, and then you're going to have to pay for that. Remember these things. Last thing I can recommend, keep your head on a swivel, keep your eyes peeled, and don't trust just anybody. Watch your stuff. Take care of your stuff. Next thing I'm going to recommend for maintenance, definitely back to maintenance, tire pressure. Keep your eyes on your tires. See, mine's real low right now from having sat over the winter. I'd have to put air in this before riding it, because hitting a pothole or a bump in the road hard enough with too low a tire pressure could definitely mess up one of these rims. And this is also when I would say take the opportunity to change your tire if it happens to look like this. But I think I can get another ride or two out of this, so we won't be changing that today. I do already have a new tire from Surron, Canada, but we're going to wait to put this on. I got some rides coming up, and I can definitely get more use out of this tire still. Coming soon, though. And while we're down here at this area of the bike anyway, we might as well talk about spokes. Something I actually never hear mentioned up until recently in Electro Co's most recent video. They mentioned spoke tightening, which is where I learned this trick. Playing music. A little bit deader than the others. Oh, very dead. We're just going to get in there and give it a little tighten. Lot better. We don't want it to be too tight. Very handy tool. A spoke tool. Links down below to everything I'm using today. Now another one I don't hear mentioned nearly often enough, but I do hear in other places occasionally. Let's talk about battery health. Definitely a part of maintenance. Now they're all different, but if we're talking about a Surron battery, especially a stock battery at that, I don't know nothing about upgraded batteries really on these, not yet, then they recommend, from what I've gathered after lots and lots of reading, between 60 and 80%. And over the few years of ownership, I tend to lean more towards the 60. So right now it should be at like 63. I know it's going to be hard for y'all to see, but 62. And that's been storage all winter, you know what I mean? I had it at 64 and now it's down to 62. No surprise there. But that's why there's recommended storage. Now another one I admittedly don't know a whole lot about is any other batteries for the Razor other than stock and the Electro Co batteries. These are going to tell you your specific storage voltage. Your maximum, your minimum, everything. So you'll know when you're full, dead, and where you should have it at for storage. Trust me, I can't get it to focus. But they're going to have different storage rates, although close, and they are kind enough to label the specifics right on the battery case for you. So that might be it, and just about the basics for maintenance on a Surron or Razor bikes. But I did do a thing. I got another one. Used. Definitely used. But I'm stoked to announce I have another build coming. Why don't y'all let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see on this one. I'm stoked to have the new Black Plastics MX650. I really like this platform if you can't tell. I can't wait to mod the hell out of this thing. Brakes are weak. It's a little banged up and scratched up, but we don't care because all that's going to go anyway. Make sure to stay tuned. I got a lot coming this year. A lot of fun stuff, and I want to hear more from y'all. I'll be finding ways to incorporate that into my videos. As I know I've already mentioned before, but I gotta say it again, links to everything used in this video will be down below, as well as discount codes to Electro Co and other places. I can't thank y'all enough for staying tuned till the end. Until next time, desperately need to get out and ride. It does work, but yeah.